Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your reading on the eve of Pluto moving into Aquarius. This is symbolic of our global shifts and changes, as well as intimate personal transformations that we have been cultivating for years, for some of us decades, depending on where this falls in your chart. Certainly for Capricorns in particular, Pluto, by the time you'll be seeing this message, will be moved out of your sign after 15 years or more. And this is not something that has occurred, obviously, quickly. This happens, this healing, this learning process that we are committing to is happening over many, many years and many experiences. Thank you for being here. This is a general reading, so it is not going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information about that is in the description box below, where I am featuring a half-off sale. And I'm going to pull an overall energy card from you, which is the Servant of Cups. This is like the Page of Cups in the Shulton deck. This is really, I believe, indicating the incredible vulnerability and openness with which you are experiencing this moment. Pluto being such a huge factor that represents our collective unconscious, having been in your sign for so long through so many structural changes in the world, you have experienced the same structural deconstruction within. And as you are emerging now in a totally new version of yourself, for many of you, this is not the same as being a baby. This is a new and improved version of who you have been. So you are new, you are fresh, you are open, and you're only vulnerable in the sense that you understand the risk that your vulnerability ushers in for you. So no gain, no pain, that sort of adage is what you may be experiencing. New sensations, new awareness. Things don't feel the same, even if the physical and external circumstances are not so greatly shifted yet. This is about really an open-heartedness now that you feel freer to trust, having committed to yourself in a way that had not been perhaps likely or been as trusting in the past. In the present, you have the Star card. The Star card is really about just that, your North Star. And depending on where Pluto in Aquarius in your chart is, this is about a slightly more innovative, open-ended, intuitive experience of the changes that you want to make in your life and that you see yourself contributing to in the world. This is about new ways of communicating, new ways of updating your skills, getting up to speed in aspects of new technologies that you see as learning tools that can advance what you're already doing. There's not so much a fear of that as there may have been in the past, as Capricorns are notoriously loyal to tradition. This is the part of you that is smashing the stalls in the temple, and that's a reference to the revolutionary aspect of Jesus. The revolutionary aspect of who you are is part of your maturity and growth and your awareness that you are not obligated to comply with the status quo or what others expect of you. In the past, we have the Chariot card. And the Chariot is about this long process that has helped you to detach from the needs and unreasonable requests and demands of others. No longer seeing yourself as the fixer, the provider, as someone that others can rely on. You are accepting your skills, your abilities, your uniqueness as being critical to the contribution that you want to make. So this star is being accommodated, this vision you have is being accommodated by your focus on what you truly desire, what your goals are, and your goals to not only accept who you are, but to make the contribution that you know is authentic to who you are, not what others expect or demand. And this has been quite a long learning curve. This has not been easy. In the future, we have the Warrior or the Knight of Swords. This is about your curiosity continuing, you growing into this place of not just rebellion or resistance, but of revolution, of innovation, of your curiosity about new ideas, new technologies, new opportunities to do things differently. You're less wedded, you're more connected to the ideas of truth, of justice, of equity, of fairness, and you're more courageous about entering into unfamiliar spaces because now you have the confidence that you can do whatever needs to be done to accomplish your goals. This is the gift of Capricorn. You will do the work. It may take you a while, but you'll get it done. And you take a lot of pride in that. Now you feel opened up to a new arena of new opportunities, and this is exciting to you. By challenging your own assumptions, you're showing others how to challenge theirs. I'm going to pull a flora and fauna of Africa and hope that this is resonating for most of you, some of you. If so, please like this video, share this with others, and certainly subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I thank you for that. And I pulled the giant snail, and the key word is momentum. And I love that because, yes, sometimes we'll get there, but we're more often the tortoise than we are the hare. Move along your own path at your own pace. Use your time wisely, and you will accomplish your goals with divine timing. I can say this is one of the gifts of maturity. There's no rush. There's no deadlines. There's no schedule other than your own aspiration towards the goals and targets that have meaning and significance to you. I'm going to clarify the star in the present with the Page of Cups. That's a repeat, and the Eight of Cups. Love this. Your ability to be open-hearted is in part what is giving you the courage and the openness to acknowledge what your real aspirations and goals are. This is giving you the confidence to pursue your vision, no matter how unique or how far out it seems to others. Because of that courage, because of that openness and that willingness to do whatever is necessary to allow feelings in that are unique to you, that you are actually moving away from the tried and true relationships that you have experienced, but that you're very aware that you've learned all you can from. These relationships, in many cases, don't actually support you. They keep you tied to the role that you've played in the past. And whether that's a role in your family or it's a professional role, you have so much more to offer and you want a greater challenge. You are up for the challenge of pursuing your dreams. Together, this combination brings you such incredible contentment. Not that you're pursuing this, but that you're able to identify what is important to you. Your imagination is kicked into full gear. Your creative skills and gifts to apply this vision to opportunities that you perceive in your environment is really giving you a sense of contentment and gratitude for the resources that you have at hand. The Chariot in the past is clarified by the Moon card and the Five of Pentacles. Boy, you've really challenged this vow of poverty some of you have taken. It isn't necessarily poverty in the sense, in a monetary sense, although for some of you it is. But it's kind of like this way in which you have always been down to do the work to make others successful, to take care of others, to make sure others have their needs met without any consideration of what your needs are, without the reciprocity you would expect. And you're changing that. You've changed that. You realize that no relationship based on such an inequality can be productive and can be satisfying. This has kept you at a level of struggle. It's almost like believing that this was your inheritance to struggle. And I do believe this may be, for some of you, a holdover from past lives, experiences where you actually had a responsibility to a collective, a group, a community in which you literally took a vow of poverty. And that is endemic. In other words, wanting things for yourself is somehow feels bad. You've challenged that, you're changing that, you know that that is not right. In fact, you're tapping into that same ancestry, those same past experiences where you were supported by a community, a council of elders that lifted you up, that recognized the work you did and rewarded you, that cheered you on. You're reconnecting with your ancestors, and this is something that has moved me to these readings today, is understanding better how the connection to your ancestry, however you define it, if it's living or past relatives, if it's a cultural heritage, if it's historical uh, uh, heritage that you identify with. What is it that buoys you up, that supports you, that inspires you, that allows you to reclaim your rightful reward for services rendered? And in the future, the Warrior of Swords is clarified by the World card and the Knight of Pentacles. So, wow, you're closing out this version of your life, this chapter of who you are, this journey you've been on with a clear vision of how this has been a preparation for your move forward. You're very aware that you're new, that you are a new version. You're not new in the sense of a baby, but you're new in the sense of having stripped away layers that have held you back. And now you feel clean and productive in terms of applying that vision to the real world so you can get some real long-term results. This is a beautiful closure where you are extracting the rewards of your lessons, of your experiences. Whether you're being rewarded or recognized or not, you're learning those, you're taking those learnings, you're understanding that what felt like disappointments and failures are only so if you don't learn the lessons of them. I'm going to finish out this reading with an chakra wisdom oracle and hope that this reading is giving you some insight. And I have flipped the safety card. In the hurricane of life, a strong foundation will keep you safe. And this is about the root chakra, the very base chakra that is about our ability to survive. And that is now being crafted and expanded in the way that you understand that now is your chance to thrive. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for this reading. I appreciate you all so much. Until next time, namaste.